Today we're talking about another fragrance from the house of Happyland Studios, my absolute favorite from the house, Paisley Sky. According to Fragrantica, this is warm, spicy, powdery, amber, woody, vanilla, patchouli, balsamic, floral, fresh, spicy, and oud. Now, for me, this one here is just a beautiful mix of all of those different elements I just read off to you. But in reality, it's this warm, spicy, comforting fragrance that it has this woodsy elements to it that kick in with that oud undertone that just smells amazing. Performance on this, it lasts forever, easily over 6 hours. You're going to have this thing on your skin. You're getting a projection from 2 to 6 hours. Honestly, I have some sort of projection from that time frame. And to me, it's just a big time winner. I don't want to go into much more detail. I do have a full video out on this fragrance from my review. I just want to share a quick little short with you. So here you go. Paisley Sky by Happyland Studios.
And I've loved it, but it's got to be discussed. It's got to be talked about, and you've got to check it out, especially if you love the note of amber. This is Happyland's, I just got to smell this, Amberland. Yeah, I mean, it has no right to be as good as it is. That's the thing. It has no right. That is, in my opinion, better than Ombre Nuit by Christian Dior. Amber Absolute by Tom Ford, well, that's a different story. L'Air de Desert Marocain, I've never really liked that fragrance, if I'm honest. I know that's like sort of blasphemy. But this takes the note of amber. And what's incredible about it to me is this. It takes the skankiest parts of amber, the parts of amber that are really hard going and that are really, really difficult to smell and to put on, like L'Air de Desert Marocain and some of the Towervilles. It takes that and then completely balances it and contextualizes it almost so that it's far more wearable. And so when I put it on, I've put it on this winter, I'm getting like the best of both worlds. I'm getting this skanky, hardcore amber with this really solid sweetness, and the scent cloud is huge, sillage is massive, great longevity. Projection is probably better than longevity, but the performance is immaculate. It's a pretty damn immaculate fragrance from a very unlikely source.
Today I'm talking to you about the latest, or one of the latest releases from Happyland Fragrances, and I actually really like this one. It's very interesting, it's different, it's calming, it's soothing. From Happyland Fragrances comes Shadowland. Now this fragrance here, why I say it's calming, it has this real vibrant lavender in it. If you've smelled the fragrance like Caron Pour un Homme, which is a lavender vanilla fragrance, the way the lavender is in that, and it's very prominent, that's the way I see it in this fragrance as well. All the other notes come into play as well, but here it's really, to me, it's a lavender rich fragrance. It's calming, it's soothing, and it also gives you that kind of clean, shower fresh vibe because of that lavender as well. Again, EJ, well blended fragrance, very strong fragrance, very long lasting fragrance, very affordable fragrance. So again, Happyland bringing the value, bringing something different. This will definitely be a fragrance for anyone who loves lavender to get. It's going to be something that you're going to cherish if you're a lavender lover. You will wear, it'll make you happy wearing it because it's going to last all day long. And it gets compliments too, because I did wear it a couple of times, and each time I wore it, people did ask what I was wearing, which I found, very interesting. Again, Happyland bringing it, good value. EJ keeps doing his thing. You see a lot of Happyland fragrances on my channel because they're worth the value. And like I always tell you, I'm sharing the value with you so that you can go out and get something that's affordable, works, performs very well, and smells really good.
5 minutes.
Right?
Man, does this turn into a freaking awesome fragrance. It really does, especially if you like musky iris fragrances. Yes, it becomes more of a musky, iris-dominated fragrance. Not overly powdery, more on the waxy side of it. And it does lighten up and become more floral. The waxiness fades after a few hours, but Man, does this thing change. It's quite nuanced. It really is. There's several nuances: that sweetness, the freshness, the dark muskiness, that dark woodiness. There's an aromatic quality. Then there's the waxiness of the orris to the floral change of the orris to a light powdery butteriness, like an orris butter. Very, very nuanced. I was very impressed with the complexity of this fragrance, but the opening, man, is it strange. Definitely sample this one, but if any of this sounded good to you, the bottles are available because, like I said, being a fragrance enthusiast, which I'm sure just about everybody watching this video is, you know it's all about that dry down. The opening can fool you with fragrances. With this one, it definitely fooled me. The opposite. Normally the opening will be great and the dry down's just meh with a lot of fragrances. Not with this one. The opening was what the hell to wow. That's what it turns into. That's my thoughts on Shadowland. The performance, as you would expect, is beast mode.
And welcome to Making Sense. Today we're talking about another fragrance from the house of Happyland Studios. This one here, Amberland. According to Fragrantica, the main accords are amber, vanilla, musky, soft, spicy, and rose. Now for me, this one here, it definitely has that amber component to it, but what sticks out the most is that rose note. It opens with like this sweet rose, almost like a rich, beautiful rose that transitions to a spicy rose with some earthy undertones. I'm not sure exactly what the earthy components are, but it's like woodsy, earthy type of elements that when all these things combine, actually smell really nice. As not a big fan of rose myself normally, this is a beautiful mixture where I actually enjoy this fragrance. Performance, I get 2 hours plus of some sort of a solid sillage. From 2 to 6 hours, there's still some sort of a central going on there. Not as crazy beast as some of the other Happyland fragrances I've tried in the past, but still amazing performance. You know, can't go wrong. So if this sounds intriguing to you, then why not go check it out? Until next time.
These last two are going to be my favorite from this list. This next one is going to be one that is just an all-star banger. It is one of the best winter fragrances that I have in my collection. It's sweet, it projects, it lasts, it's a compliment-getting beast. You get your blueberry, you get your tobacco, you get your basically a blueberry pie kind of scent. It's very warming, it's very inviting. With that, you're going to get Happyland Signature. As you can see here, last winter I got a lot of use out of this bottle. And with this one, just think blueberry, tobacco, and honey. Also, compliments come very heavy with this fragrance. And I do believe this costs $55 as well. The last fragrance I have here, guys, is going to be Green Iris Tobacco. So as you will see here, this is a 1.7 ounce bottle. Now, all the fragrances that we have here that you can buy for $55, they'll all come in this size. They won't come in the smaller size, they'll come in this size, which is a bit bigger. Same size atomizer and everything, but the bottle itself is going to be bigger. And obviously more juice. But what this is going to be a combination of Green Iris Tweed and Tobacco Vanilla Tom Ford. That combination, guys, turns into such a great fragrance. And in my opinion, better than Green Iris Tweed. For, like I said, $55. And that is also significantly cheaper than Tobacco Vanilla. And this as well is going to be a compliment beast.
That's what caught my attention with this, and I thought it would be something obscure, so I'm hoping when I spray this, that'll be the case. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll... This is different in a good way. It's really, really cool. Notes: bergamot, pink pepper, lavender, rosemary in the top, sage, orris root, jasmine, rose in the mid, base sandalwood, black agar, musk, and coumarin. So right off the top, I'm getting the dark kind of side of this. To me, it's like a weird, dark, a little musky. I could smell the orris in it, but it's also like a green kind of smell. It's like a dark, weird kind of green. I know there's sandalwood in it, but it might be the sage and the rosemary maybe that's doing it. I'm not getting the florals so much, but it's just, wow, this is different. This is just, I think, different than anything he's done, which he has some awesome lineup of fragrances, but this is way different. Definitely worth checking out. I would sample it first if you're just kind of iffy on things and you're not sure, and not just jump into something, you know, head first. But if you like something obscure, and it's not challenging, it's just different. I mean, this is pretty fucking good, in my opinion.